Okay, you guys should hear me well now. Perfect. Let me just fix up my camera a little bit. I'm using a different one today. Okay. No, it's too much to the left. Something like this should work. All right, perfect. All right. Hello, everyone. Today we're doing something very special, and it is a very special day because I'm finally not using Enscape in a live stream. So this is the first time I'm doing a live stream in which I am not using Enscape, and yeah, I mean, honestly, I have used DeFi render before, but I've never gone deep with it. I know a few basic commands like how to move around with like how to orbit, how to move forward, backwards, and all of that. So even to pan, yeah, I remember this. But today I want to go and dive in a bit deeper, and I just want to see what are the capacities and what are the limits of DeFi render. I'm planning to do some more videos with DeFi render as well as the future. So I was planning to go in and learn some, I guess, tools and tricks you can use with DeFi render. So I thought it would be a good idea to learn it with you guys here, so I can also document the process of how I go on to learn a new software. Hi, Kwasi. Hello, everyone in the chat as well. All right, so this is a SketchUp. What's up, Wishwas Gupta? Hello. So yeah, I mean, I have a SketchUp model here that I have used before, and I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm in orbit mode. I want to use fly mode. Yeah, so fly mode is much better. So I'm using WASD to move around, Q to go up, E to go downwards. Um, okay, something like this. All right, I think yeah. Okay, perfect. I think I get what we are trying to do here. Well, for this render, first step, as always for me, is to go with the composition. So as I can see right here, these are the cameras that we have set up. So I'm going to delete all of these. And next up, I'm going to go to, wait, this is the camera setting, right? Yeah, this is the image setting. Oh yeah, so here's the aspect ratio. I'm going to go for a 16:9 aspect ratio. And I'm going to use 2K. I think that's completely fine. A field of view, I want to lower it a bit, and I want to go a bit more backwards if I can. So, okay, and focal length, that's fine. What else can we do here? Aspect ratio is fine. Preset size, custom channels. We do not need any channels. So where do we save this? Can we save this? Oh, we need to create a preset for this. No. Create preset. Okay. Preset name. I don't know. 1 second. Well, I'm trying to figure out how I can save these settings with this camera view, but I think these are the settings where I need to create the render, right? Let me check effects. Is it here? No, this is something else completely. Environment. This is something else completely as well. I think I'm going to use an HDRI. So we found where the HDRI is, so that's good. Camera. Yes, so these are the settings. Perspective, no, we need 2-point perspective, and I think this is basically it. Is there anything else we would need here? We can add depth of field later on. Exposure is auto, and yeah, okay. I'm not sure if I can set the screen to 16:9, but I think it will be fine the way it is now. So, all right. Can I ungroup this in order to delete these? Can I delete these white models or like Enscape assets? I'm not sure. So anything with this color, what's special D5? What do you mean special D5? Can I delete only these ones? Is there a way for me to delete only these ones? So that deletes the whole thing. Can I unlock? Okay, so if I think if I select this, it selects the whole model. Can I, I'm not sure if I do need to, all right. Well, let me get first started with the things that I know. I know that I want to use an HDRI, and I know that I want to import my own HDRI. So how am I going to do that? I think I can press here, all right, good. And then if I go to my, if I go here at my Enscape resources, even though I'm not using Enscape. I'll just choose the midday HRI. Okay, so we have this here. I'm gonna turn on sun, and I'm gonna try to rotate this. The sun is way too strong, right? Radius. I think I'm gonna need a different rotation. I think the HRI is a bit too strong, no? Background can stay the way it was. Well, let me check. Let me check what we can do. It is the color temperature of the HRI, right? Let's set it a default. Sunlight intensity, color temperature, follow HRI. Okay, that is good. So we know that the sun direction. Does D5 have door opening animations? I'm not sure about door opening animations, but I know that it has animations for people and cars and stuff like that. I think the sunlight intensity is just way too strong. Let me first fix. Okay, so skylight, let's leave it something like this. Background, we can lower it a bit. Now we can turn on the sun intensity maybe. Okay, I'm not too sure, but I'll leave it like this for now. And maybe we can come back later here. How would I add default layer? Can I delete the white models from here? No. How can I select only these models, or can I not ungroup this? If any of you have used D5 before. Well, let me try and add grass. Okay, so these are the assets. These are particles, good, environment, fire, fluid, smoke, animal clusters, firework, futuristic decor. Okay, that is fine. I don't think I'm gonna need it for now. Base color map. All right, material template, custom, subsurface scattering. What about this one? So if I use this one and I try to, how can I make this grass? Let me find out. Foliage, grass. Do I click this? Will this generate grass? Make sure to turn off auto explore before adjusting the environment and lighting. Says Ren. Okay, I see. Let me try that out, Ren. So you mean if I go to camera, I turn on auto exposure? Oh, I see what you mean. All right, so now the effects are a lot more visible, right? So even sunlight, if I try to tweak it around and the background goes, let's put these to default first. Okay, these are 0.5, this was 1, and this was 5, I think. So this is default settings. And what if I try to make this 0.3? And what if I make this 0.3 as well? And what I make this 0.3 as well? I still think it's too strong somehow. Increase the radius, that will make the shadows less sharp, I think. Oh wait, how do I save this? File, save as. Let me save this file first. Okay, let's get Ren. Do you use D5? Because I'm definitely gonna need some help from people that actually use D5 all the time. Anyway, how can I select only these white models and delete them? Can I delete these white models? AI texture maps. AI texture maps. Okay, so that's cool. I'm gonna test that out later, definitely. Can I delete these ones, for example? No. Can I make them transparent? So I do not see them that way. Round corner, no need for that. Let me check. I think there should be a way. If anyone uses D5 Render, please let me know how I can do that later on. Anyway, let me try. I think this one needs to be water. So I think these are like preset materials. So I can use water for this. And maybe we can add some waves to it. How can I add waves to it? Flow velocity. Is this one? Is it this one? No. And it's just a bit too reflective. What about depth? Does this, okay, so this helps with the reflection, right? Refraction, no, that has to do with light. normal. I think this should make it more wavy. I'm not sure. All right, I'm just testing some things out, and then later on I think I'm going to be able to get something going here. So maybe I check this out. All right, let me try and fix the lighting a bit better. Effect is not, the exposure is not auto, so that's good. So skylight, increase skylight, not a huge difference. Background, maybe we decrease the background, maybe we decrease the skylight, maybe we turn off sunlight intensity completely, and I'm not sure exactly what we need to do here. So let me go step by step. So this sunlight is too strong for this skylight. So what happens if I increase the skylight? I don't think much happens. I just think there's just too much burn here. Like maybe we even need to fix this in the effects tab. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll leave these at default. I'm gonna try it later, all those settings. But first, let me try and get the lighting right. So I just think it's just way too strong, right? It just looks way too harsh. Skylight, let's leave it at 5, the way it was before. Okay, and sunlight intensity, let's keep it 0.05. And now there's not enough sun coming in. What about 0.6? Now it's too much. Right, SD5 is a ray tracing software. It's very model heavy, hence adjustments such as those would be done on your main file. Hope it helps. So adjustments as in deleting these models, right? So I cannot delete these models here in D5, right? Is that what you mean, Ren? Anyway, let me try to add some materials here. Batch import, add duplicate, AI generated maps. Let's see what this does. So this is generating maps now. Has it done anything? I'm not sure. Do we need to use a different, let's go to assets, let's go to materials. Let's see how we can add a wood material in this one. Metal, wall tiles, wood flooring. We do not need flooring here. We need just wood. Let me search for it. Online. Okay, wood. So, but if I go and delete those assets now, and then I import the new model later on, will these changes remain? I mean, it's not like I've made major changes anyway, but just asking. Wood plank. What about plank? Okay, old wood plank. Let me download this. I mean, I've tried D5 rendering before, but I've never gone as deep on D5 as I have with Enscape. Okay, so now we applied it onto these parts of the model. Let me apply it on this one as well, and on, I see a bit of a gap there. And now I would want to rotate this 90 degrees. We should be able to do that quite easily like this, right? Right? Did it rotate or not? Let's make this a lot darker. So maybe we go something like this. I think it's too dark. And I think it's too big as well, right? I think let's do this 0.2 by 0.2. That's still too big, 0.1 by 0.1. That is still too big, 0.05 by 0.05 right here. Why is it becoming bigger instead of... That is weird. 1 minute. 1, 1, 2, 2. Is it becoming smaller, or what is the point of this? Six. Okay, so 5, 0.2, 0.3 should... I think 0.3 is the right size for this. Perfect. Hi, nice to have you here. I think this is the right size of this. What I would do is, yeah, maybe now we need a new concrete material as well. So let's try concrete wall. Let's download this and apply it onto these parts, because I think that's one of the reasons why there's just so much highlights and the whites look so strong. Come on, don't crash now. So I was wondering if when I delete these parts in the model, so these assets, will these changes apply to this model, or is there any way I can delete these assets without losing the progress I already made into this model? That's what I'm wondering right now. This is way too harsh. So maybe I make this smaller as well. Hello, Mustafa. 0.8, 0.8. I think this needs... It has a lot of it's a bit too textured for my liking, at least. Height is 1, 0. Let's do 2 by 2. Okay, so we need to increase the size of this then. 4. What about 3? And what about making it a bit something like this? I think something like this can work. Okay, let's see what the next step would be here. So we've done, I know it's moving a lot slower, but at the same time, I'm being fully transparent that I'm trying to learn a DeFi render a lot more in depth here, and I just jumped in live stream to do that. Okay. The grass already looks much better than I would expect. Do we have anything modeled? So we have the road model there, but let me go back to our camera view. How do I change the actual parameters for this camera? So edit camera. Oh, okay. So 2-point perspective, size 16 by 9. Oh, I see. Perfect. Where are you from? Edmond Precoso. So I'm from Kosovo, for anyone else wondering. Josh, 60, field of view 60. All right. Let me go a bit backwards. Let's go 70. Can I update this yet or no? Auto exposure, turn it off. Focal length, camera clipping plane. We do not need that now. How do I make sure that this is the options that I will keep? Okay, let's go to the HDRI now and maybe see if we have any effects already. Okay, I already can see that I'm able. Rotate. Let me pick this concrete material once again and let me make it just a bit brighter. I think it makes a bit more sense like this. And then as far as rotation goes, not too sure. Let's do something like this. Perfect. Let's see. Now, what I would say is maybe I should try out a different HRI as well. Let me try out a different HRI as well. So if I go over here, custom HRI, let's try. I have one with a sunset. I am 20 years old, parents from Kosovo, born in Germany, and currently studying architecture in Florence. Nice, that's cool. That's good to know. I mean, if you want to learn more about like render or anything like that, you can just message me on Instagram or something else like that, and then we can continue the conversation. But nice to have you here. Thank you for joining in. All right, let's see what the other HRI would do. Well, this doesn't look right. No. Let's rotate this. Oh my god, that's just way too harsh. This would definitely not work. Light, HRI sky, rotate, sunlight intensity. I don't think this will ever work here. So maybe we try, let's go back to the midday HRI and maybe let's, Did the settings change here? So if we rotate this, let's go slowly. Let me rotate this as well. Let's increase the light on this. No? I'm trying to figure this out slowly, but turn off sun, turn on sun. Follow HRI, sunlight intensity. I see. Let me try another HRI completely. Let me try the urban HRI. Let's see how this one would look like. So let's do 0.5 on sunlight intensity, 5 on light. I have no idea why it looks this strong. There was an effect for exposure as well, right? I think it has to do with exposure too. So if I rotate this to something like here, and if I increase the sunlight, then it looks a bit moody, but I don't think it looks too bad. All right, maybe you can try adjusting the lighting on a different perspective. Changes in your model file will reflect as long as it's saved, and you can update the file using D5 materials, and progress won't be altered, just what's in the model. Changes, okay, reflect as long as it is saved. So the model is saved, and you update the file using D5. Oh, I see. So let me do this with you because I really want to take these away, and then I'll slowly just fix everything else. So if I open the file here in SketchUp, I'm just opening the file in SketchUp just so I can make sure that I'm doing this right. I think the grass needs to be a bit lighter because I think it's a bit too dark. Oh, there's also different types of grass that I can use. Wow, that's cool. What is the difference between these? I think something like this works better for me. Height, I want it to be lower. Trim. Oh, I see. All right, blend amount. Nice. What does the normal map here even do? Okay. I think something like this can work. Maybe we make it a bit brighter. No? Let's try and use this grass while SketchUp opens. Height lower the height. Trim increase, let's increase the trim to something like this. And call the transfer, okay. This is brightness, right? Inverted, base color. Maybe that's too much, but I think something like this can work. We're gonna do AI later on anyway. Hello, how are you? I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking, SK Serious. Okay, so I have the file here, and what I'll do is, so I'll just delete all of the models from Enscape, right? So if I delete all of the models from Enscape, like this, and okay, I delete all of the models from Enscape, and I click save on this file, then how am I supposed to update this on file? Import, edit, view, insert, tool. How am I supposed to update this here? Because I am trying it out, but did it save? Okay. How can I update it in D5? File, import, clear data. How can I do this? 1 second. Okay, I'll leave it like this. Maybe someone in. Hi, brother, watching from India. Nice to have you here, Tarun. Okay, perfect. Environment, HRI, light, sunlight intensity 1.2. Okay, let me try another sky as well. On just switch on live sync. Calm down, man. I told you I'm just trying to. I'm not too proficient in this. Import on the bottom left. On the imported objects on the bottom left, yes, there is an option on the upper right where you can update the local folder file. There is an option on the top right where you can update. Is it reload? I'm gonna try reload. Right? Do I reload it? It should be reload, right? Same pivot. That's right. I think it should be reload. Let me know in the meanwhile if I should press reload or not. Customize HRR. Yes, it's reload. Okay, I see. So I do this and then reload. Confirm. This HRI looks absolutely horrible, but we're gonna fix that in just a second. Right, perfect. Thanks, Baroth, for letting me know. So now they're gone. Perfect. What about light? Do I increase this? Do I rotate this? It absolutely looks so bad. Midday HRI once again. Let's try this out once again with a midday HRI. Let's leave the light a bit more on like that. I think there should definitely be some testing out here with the exposure and everything else. But what I want to do now first is let me add some assets. Let me go to model. Let's go to vegetation, landscapes. Let me take off concrete because there's obviously no concrete landscape, or it's not a landscape. Is it plants? What is it called? Landscape, interior parallax, nature. Okay. The naming of that could be better to find it easier, but anyway. Tree, is there a tree that we can find? So let's try oak. Nope. Tree. I'm just gonna search tree, super simple and straightforward. Ornament, hedge, bamboo, group vegetation, low poly tree. I'm just gonna scroll through all of them. Nature. What kind of tree is this? I think this should be coming out good. I have a feeling that step by step I will figure out how to use this. I'm gonna keep this a dry for now, and then I will balance things here at the effects because we definitely need to balance some things here. White balance, tints, and all that. I mean, I'm gonna take a look on all of those a bit later on. Let's see. Anyway, did that tree download finally? So how will I import this here, for example? Tools, brush, path, what? There's probably a better way to put this in there, but move and rotate, search palm. Why would I put a palm here? Whoa. Calm down. I think this is a scattering tool. Oh, I see. Let's delete this all together first. Let me just import this here. Okay, so it works with a click. Let's go back to our view and okay. Move and rotate. Let's make this larger. Where can I scale it? Okay, so we use V for scale. If I want to scale it in uniform, I just use it like this and it's V. So V switches between scale and move and rotate. Cool. All right. Let's try more vegetation here. Let's download this one. I mean, I'm just trying to render. You can select, you must try Lumion. You have select path option above. Yeah, I'm gonna do a live stream with Lumion as well with Twinmotion. I'm gonna try some more new software in the live stream. I mean, here's the thing. I know all of these have different options and all like that, but like the fundamentals of rendering stay the same. So we should be fine, right? Like we should be getting a good quality overall as a final result. At least I hope so. Anyway, did this download. So if I click here and I click this and click this, perfect. Now if I move this backwards and a bit to the right and move it backwards as well, a bit to the right, backwards to the right, and then we press V for scale. No? Okay, V for scale, and we uniform scale this. Then it will look something like this. V for move. Nice. Wait, this is move, right? Yeah, good. All right, let's leave it like this for now. I think I should try the scatter tool as well, right? This is a new feature, if I'm not mistaken. So let's just try some, I don't know, bushes, shrubs, whatever, herb. Let's add some irregularities to it. I'm not sure which ones I should choose here, but let me just look around and like I want to calmly explore this. Mustafa said, absolutely, Lumion, Twinmotion, D5X, they're pretty much all the same, V-Ray, Corona, etc. Things change since they have different calculation algorithms. Yeah, different calculation algorithms, but at the same time, speed as well, and I don't know. I think it's about finding the most practical one for your workflow. And that's why I choose to use Enscape so far. To be honest, D5 doesn't seem too complicated either, taking in consideration that this isn't it's not like I've been using it for super long. Even previously I tried it like 3 or 4 times, nothing crazy. Okay, flowering tree, breadleaf, shrubs, flowering shrubs. There's so much stuff. Okay, let's try this. Let's try, I don't know, this. I'm just gonna test a few of them out. Is there any smaller ones? Maybe I try something like this. In the meantime, let me go to environment. Let's go to HDRI. Wait, was this using Geo and Sky? So this was the default, right? Edit camera. To put in perspective, that is fine. Environment, HDRI. Sun. Rotate. Decrease the light. Sunlight to 0.5. Effect. Why didn't these settings I'm not sure why these settings are not being applied onto the camera here. So if I lower the exposure, which I want to do as of now, and if I decrease the shadows a bit, and if I go ahead and increase the saturation a bit, how can I apply this to the camera already? Do I save the settings? Oh, AI app. What is this? Upload a reference image with the atmosphere you're looking for to get the ideal environment and get effects for your scene in a snap. All right. What if, let me go ahead on Behance. Let me find an image. I just want to test this out and how this looks like. Let's see. Gloomy archivist. Let's try for something kind of rainy, I guess. Or, I don't know. Let's try, I'm just looking through some images here, by the way. I'm just looking through some reference images. That is kind of, okay. What about this one? Let's say you would want something like this, right? Let me just screenshot this. Let's see how this would look as a reference image. So if I go over here and I upload the reference image which I took a screenshot of, I want to see what kind of output we have. Okay. Why doesn't it start generating? Do you upload it or what? Start generating. Looking for, get the ideal environment and effects for your scene in a snap. Oh, start generating. Okay. I'm really curious to see where this takes us. I didn't see any difference. As compared to others, Enscape is just easy to use, but Lumion D5 are more realistic. Maybe for years, but yeah, anyway, I don't think this makes any sense. All right, let's use scatter. And for scatter, I want to try, I don't know, let's try this. Let's try this one, and this one, and this one. Okay. So now what do? We just wait, or what is it? By the way, let me know if I should do more live streams, just testing out new software. Shift, drawing within the material plane. Okay. What is going on here? Scatter. Let's select this, for example. Oh, wait, so I see. Align to terrain, random size, density, radius. I see. So we decrease the size, for example, and we decrease the density. How do I take off the ones that I applied? Clear all? No. How do I take these? What did I do here? 1 second. I'm using V or move and rotate. Let's get off of this first. Brush history. Delete. Is this delete? Or do I, is there any way to edit this after I have applied it? No? Let me check. You know, I didn't want to do any delete. Brush history, cool. I didn't want to watch any tutorials or anything like that before joining in. I mean, I just wanted to figure this out together here. All right. Let's try something like this, but we would need it a lot smaller. Let's try out something different too. So maybe something even smaller. Meanwhile, these download here. Cool. Density, size. These are just way too large. So then how am I supposed to edit what we already have here? Because that's a bit confusing. So if I select this, hide, apply to brush, apply to eraser. How am I supposed to edit what I've already input here? Or is there not a way to do so? Because there definitely should be one. Apply to brush, apply to eraser, apply to brush. Okay. Size, density, random size, radius. That is interesting. The scatter tool seems a bit confusing, or maybe I'm just not used to it yet. Delete. Let's delete it once again. Let me try to use it once again. Let me try for something smaller. Let me go for something like this. Let's use this. Let's use this. I see. So is there a erase at preset? Is there a scatter tool which doesn't work like a brush, but instead I can just select this and then change it? Or no? Is that not possible here? I mean, I'm just gonna totally delete this off and just do it manually, to be honest. What was the point on not being able to edit after you already place them? Let's go for some bushes. So one here, let's do one there. And then let's do some more colorful ones. Maybe something like this. By the way, I'm just wondering, I probably couldn't find it, but how do you edit the scatter after you already placed something? Meanwhile, these are downloading. Come on, I think is it gonna crash? No, good. And if I want to edit this, for example, I can just go here, move and rotate. Why is it not selecting the? Oh, I'm placing stuff. No, come on. Delete. So let me place this a bit closer to the camera. So probably something like this, and then let's say I want to make this a lot smaller. I press V. Am I right? Yes. So I press V and then I just make this smaller, I guess. Something like this. No. Let's go back to camera. And let's select this once again. And let's make this smaller once again. That one stays over there. And then what we can have here is, maybe we can use the scattering tool for this one. Right, so radius, maybe decrease it. Okay, so let's go for something like, you can just edit, we cannot edit, we can just edit. Yeah, so that's feature, I think that needs to be fixed. Radius, let's decrease it even further. That's too much. No. Why can I not go back? Wow, this is so annoying. Let me go to eraser. Is this the eraser? Cool, nice. That's what I wanted to do, exactly. Density, a lot smaller. Let's go for this. I'm not sure how it will look. However, I just wish this was a bit more predictable. Which it is not looking like that right now. Let me select these two here. Let me select this. Let me select this as well. Let me make it smaller as well. Let me select this as well. Let me move it here at the back. Okay. Apply to eraser and minimize the radius to erase the areas you want to clear and those out. However, brushed assets can be edited individually. I do not want to edit them individually. I just want them to edit them as a group. So for example, after I place the assets, I would like to just be able to decrease the density of them, right? So just make them less dense, just the way it is on Enscape. Anyway, HDRI, light, rotate. Let's use another HDRI of ours. So customize HDRI. Let me go to our assets, Enscape, asset library, Enscape resources, HDRI. Let's try this midday HDRI once again. How can I make sure that these settings are being saved? Apply to all, right? How can I make sure that the settings are being saved with this camera here? Because as soon as I click on the camera, the effects are changing. Can anyone let me know that? Activate. So if I go right here, if I go to environment, if I go to HDRI, and I go to customize HDRI, and then I put midday HDRI, this should be updated here, right? Environment and effect, apply to all. No? See, it goes back to, this is a bit annoying. So if I go customize HDRI, I go midday, it applies here, and then what? Like, what is supposed to happen next? Sun, we do want sun, we do want it a bit lower, 0.1. Why would I delete the other one? So I just click add scene. I see. Let's take this off. Let's delete this completely, right? Because this is the one that is not saving the settings, and this one has the settings, so we do not need this one. So try updating the scene once your content with to update it beside the scene list. I need to update it. Is it this? Oh, well, I mean, update this. This looked like a refresh icon. I get it now. Perfect. Okay, good. That's not like. Can I get the scene back? No. Is it deleted forever? Wow. Okay. Let me change the camera settings on this one now. 1080, perfect. I want to take this away. What even is this? Let's go to the scene here. And how do I take this away? Why is this even staying here? So if I go around. Okay, perfect. Good. All right. There's also the recycle thing beside the image. You can also use that. Yeah, I see. All right, perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Nuwanda. I appreciate it. I appreciate your help here. Because clearly I am struggling a bit with this software as of now, but I'll get the hang of it. Also, how do I make the pool water more realistic, as in more wavy? If I go to this is the material picker. What about this? What is this? This is the material picker, right? It is water. It does have a normal map. We do not need that. UV randomizer, round corner limiting. How would I make this more wavy? How do I make this a bit more realistic? Do I add more depth? Do I make this more bluish? Something like that. How do I add more waves to this? Basically, that's what I'm trying to see. Flow velocity, is that it? If I go here, what flow velocity? I do not see a difference at all. If it's decreased, I have no clue. Okay. Let me try this out now. So if I go to the assets and if I close this down and if I go to vehicle, animal, furniture, is there outdoor furniture or is it at landscapes? Outdoor furniture is right here. Okay, perfect. Let's try and see. Yeah, outdoor beach, leisure, personal, outdoor sofa, sunbeds. Is there recliner, outdoor recliner? Is there, like, other than this, is there a sunbed? Easy to use like Enscape or not, bro? Well, not as easy for me because I use Enscape a lot more, but I think after getting the hang of it, it doesn't look to be too complicated. Ren says it takes more time getting used to it, but it's worth it in my opinion. Why would you think it's worth it? You can make the background seem more crowded with trees maybe. I think I can do that as well, but I'm not sure how much of a difference that would make. Maybe later on. Maybe I can add a neighboring home here, a neighboring home there. Maybe I add a small tree here, something. Like I know there needs to be more assets around just to make it look a bit more livable, because right now it's looking like it's abandoned. I'm curious. I think the exteriors should be fine. I'm curious to see how the interiors look like, because I highly doubt, maybe this is me being a bit subjective, but I highly doubt that it is more, the workflow works better than Enscape, honestly. I highly doubt it. For interiors, at least. Let's see. Loading. Is this adding the material in? I mean the asset in? It should be. What is going on? Okay, and then I rotate it this way, right? Perfect. move it forward a bit. I don't like this umbrella. What? No. Can I just... I mean, I'll just use this, I guess. Below the HDRI sky, beside the light, you can click the slider. You can adjust the background and lighting individually. Yeah, I tried that out previously, but it seems it just makes things a bit more complicated to match. But I think I'm going to try it once again later on. I also want to add rounded edges to these materials because I honestly think that is something that Enscape really needs desperately. Loading, come on. What are some other tips that you think that you guys think should be useful for the workflow here? Like, what should I look? How? By the way, can I just copy this over here with the shift? Perfect. So that is self-intuitive. That's good. What about finding parasol? Is there another one? What about this? Let's try using this one. This texture here seems a bit messed up, but maybe I can change it later. The textures look quite fine, actually. Maybe I would like to increase the contrast between this and this because they're just a bit more neutral than I would like them. Or maybe we just let them, I don't know. Let's see. Outdoor parasol loading. Okay. What is that shape? What even is that shape? Let's find something a bit simpler. I don't know, maybe just this one. You can use 3D Warehouse for furniture in D5. So I can use 3D Warehouse inside the SketchUp file and then update the file here. Is that what we're saying, right? Loading. Let's put it right there. Is there a side table that I can use here or something like that? Well, let's just leave this for now. Okay, let me go back to assets. Let me go to nature. Look at this naming. Nature. Not bad. Let me try out. Let's find a tree which would fit here at the side. Okay, so let's import this here. I think what I'm gonna have trouble with, it might be setting up the lighting here, like the exterior lighting. But I think we should be able to figure that out. Now, that tree doesn't look right, so I'm gonna move it a bit. No, I'm not gonna rotate it. I'm gonna select it. I wanna move it along the green axis, come on. Cool. And I want to increase the size of it, not that much. Something like this, right? This seems a bit better. Okay. What else can we do here? Let me try and go to scatter once again, or brush, whatever. I don't know what the difference between the brush and scatter is. I think it's important to see some assets in the glass reflection as well. Seeing, yeah, I definitely agree with you. I'm gonna put some assets in front of it. I'm gonna put like a house, even as a neighboring home over there. What else can I put in here? Maybe let's try some of these. I don't know. Let's try it. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Mustafa. Having to download all of the assets seems a bit slow in the workflow. I wish they were just already downloaded with D5 once you get D5. Is this for real? Melo's trying D5 render. I know. Impossible, Adrian. I know. Yeah, I'm trying it out. And I think I'm gonna try out a lot more software. Now, does it mean I'm gonna like all of them? I doubt it, but I'm definitely gonna try them out. I don't know what exactly I'm trying to do here, but whatever. Let me erase this one. No, not the whole thing. Is there a brush eraser? What? The scattering tool is definitely something that I definitely don't like. I know this for now. There's some things that I like about this program, but the scattering tool is definitely not one of them. All right, cool. Let's get that out of the way, because I know for a fact, all of the D5 fanboys out there, I know for a fact that the Enscape scattering tool is better than this. Maybe the path tool is better, but the, like, brushing and surfacing tool, that is just not. Like, I know that for sure. I think I've had enough of it to know. So yeah, get out of here. Let's just use this one. Let's take this one off. I want to use this one maybe here on the Ryerson. By the way, let me know if you would like to see me use any other software like Lumion, Twinmotion. I mean, Corona maybe. Corona and 3ds Max, I can do that as well. I mean, I'm better at Corona and 3ds Max than I am at... I mean, I've used Corona and 3ds Max more than I've used D5 Render. So that's that. All right. I'm not sure, like... Maybe we do need some, yeah, let's go to, how do I find a home here? So home, house, no, not nature, house, neighboring house, no. How can I find some neighboring houses? Is that landscape, backdrop plane? What is this? No, we don't need that. Outdoor furniture, landscape furniture, amusement facilities. What is this? No. Outdoor components. Outdoor components. Page number 2. No. Trying to adjust the cameras in 3ds to paint when we get used to real-time rendering. Yeah, I mean, I think that is the smallest issue when it comes to using 3ds Max and Corona. I think there's so much more issues with finding assets and all that other stuff. Interior, parallax, commercial, we do not need this. Basic model, we do not need this. PR Max. Is there houses that I can just import and use as neighboring homes, for example, just to add more context, or am I just not being, or can I just not find them? Office, no. I mean, buildings. Oh, buildings. Okay, residential. These are all high-rise buildings. Why? Public buildings. Is there houses here? Why isn't there a single house modeled that I can use? Wow. Check the building assets. Nothing. Like, this is it. Building, high-rise building, commercial, modern youth service center, whatever. There's not a single house. There's a gas station, but there's not a single house. Wow. That is very weird. Okay. So I guess the answer is use some more trees and cover up the background, or just put this tree a bit more forward. Select this and let's move it. Let's move it a bit forward. All right, let's go back to our scene. Maybe we move this a bit to the left as well. Maybe this goes a bit downwards as well. Let's go back to the scene once again. I'm not even sure. Unfortunately, D5 doesn't have house assets. That's so cool. There's so much stuff that they went right with, and then there's so much stuff that they went wrong with. And why is this part of the wall acting all weird? What's wrong with these vertical sides? Rounded corners, radius. Can you even tell a difference here? Let's see. Oh yeah, you can. The radius is too large right now, so maybe something like this. Perfect. I think this radius feature, I mean, we've been asking for this for so long in Enscape, we never gotten it. Perfect. And this is good. How do I fix this now? When you refer to having a subscription pricing and you say one project at a time, is there a limit to the amount of renders they can ask for? No, there's not a limit to amount of renders that they can ask for. A limited amount, but one project. I mean, like, yeah, one project at a time. So I've selected this, and for some reason, material type displacement. Create bump texture. How am I supposed to fix? Do any of you guys know why the textures here on the side are acting a bit weird? Why is this going on here? UV, stretch, offset, check UV settings. What? Huh. This doesn't look right at all. 0. Try to make the material type to custom and try planar tick would appear in the settings. Okay, so if I make the material type to custom, okay, and then try planar. Okay. Oh, I see what you mean. All right. Yeah. But then why is it larger in some parts and then smaller in other parts? Like this. Why is it acting like this here? Blend amount? No blend amount. UV randomizer. Radius, limit color bleeding, I'm not sure what that is. Here, stretch. Why is there changes in the size of the material? Base color, inverted. Let's check. Metallic, emissive, reflection. Keep texture shape. Not sure what this exactly means. Linear. Do any of you guys know? Do any of you guys know the reason? Do any of you guys know the reason why there's a difference in these? I have no clue. Base color. Okay. Yeah, so it was, let's go to custom. We need the triplanar. No. In my case, mine have a different material color in the model. Let's do, wait. Which one do we have? Displacement, create a bump texture. I think I just rather fix this in production rather than deal with this part now. So yeah. Okay. What about fixing the lighting now? Is it time to fix the lighting? Sun 0.3. Light a bit less. Sun is still too strong, 0.05. 0.15. 0.2. 0.4. 0.5. 0.1. It still looks a bit more balanced like this, but not completely balanced. What if I increase distance size? Let's go back here. Let's go to effects first. Let's apply a lot. Vibrance. Let's not apply a lot. Exposure. So let's deal with exposure right now. What about auto exposure? Nope. Let's go back to environment now. Oh, so sunlight intensity with this exposure works a bit better now. Sun disk radius should be increased. Let's decrease the sunlight to something like this maybe. Okay. Shadow local exposure. Decrease that. Highlight local exposure. Contrast. That would be way too much. It just looks way too strong for now. I think the sun looks way too strong, even though it's 0.5. 0.05, 0.08, 0.1. Okay. 0.2, 0.3. I see. All right. Auto exposure doesn't seem to be working here. Yeah, I saw the submenu. I think I'm going to go back to it in just a second. Do I leave auto exposure on or should I just leave it off? No, I don't think I'm going to leave it on. I'll just leave the exposure something like this. So this is skylight. This is background. So what if I turn off the sun completely? And what if I just turn on the skylight? Huh. This is interesting. Sun. Sunlight intensity. Okay. I see. I think lighting is a bit... Or you move to D5? No, I'm not moving anywhere as of now. Like, I'm just testing things out. Effect, contrast, highlight, shadow. Highlight. Do we increase it? Do we decrease it? Okay. Slope. Yeah, I think it's okay. It's 0.8. White balance. Tint. Lens flare. We do not need lens flare. Vignette, maybe just a little bit. Saturation. White balance, maybe we should keep it a bit lower like this. Yeah, I think... I think we have some lighting issues here. So I'm gonna try and create... Can I duplicate this? Or I just create a new scene here. Let me go to the new scene. And let me go to GUN Sky. Lower saturation a little bit. Yeah, I know. I think I'm going to try that out in just a second. But yeah, I just think let's go back to HDRI. Let's try a different HDRI. So let's try default. What kind of HDRIs do we have in here that we can use? Midday, partly sunny. Let's try this partly sunny. Okay, and then let's go back here. Let's turn this off. The sun intensity is just way too high for this. Like, way too high. Maybe the exposure is a bit too high as well. Maybe the sun intensity can be like 0.1. No, not 6. 0.1. How is 0.1 still too much? Oh, I think after rotating it, you can see the difference. Let's go 0.2. 0.3. Weird. Lower saturation a little bit. It just doesn't look right somehow. I'm not sure what's going on here. All right, now what? This is kind of weird. 0.3. Why are the changes not being made immediately? I don't get it. Environment. Partly sunny. Default. Sunset, sunrise, whatever. Sunrise, sunset, sunset, midday. It becomes a lot better when rendered just as Enscape. No, Enscape, it becomes a lot better when rendered just like Enscape. I think I'm just gonna click render and give it a try. I'm gonna do the midday one once again. And keep skylight and the background at the same amount. I'm gonna increase this a bit. Damn, I wasn't supposed to use D5 and teach it. It was actually finding people who can teach D5 render and this popped. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do some more D5 work these days, but I'm not sure why now even the grass looks yellow. Okay. So sunlight intensity. We can keep it this way. Okay, light, rotation. What if I I'm trying. Wait, no, I want to use the move and rotate. What if I just go this way? Let's scale this down. All right, let's go back to scene 3. Honestly, I have no clue what is wrong with this. I think I'm gonna keep my HDRI anyway. Let's go with a higher skylight. Okay. This update. Increase sunlight intensity update. I have to update every single. I usually use D5 because they get a 6-month renewable education license like Enscape 14 days, one time free. I'll do keep any good free resources to learn D5 and deep. No, I'm not. But I'm gonna come up with my own resources. I think I'm gonna do a free course in D5. I'm not gonna charge anything for a D5 course most likely, but that will happen in a month or two because I'm gonna do this daily. Skylight background, rotate. Okay. Update, I'm gonna go to Effect, exposure. Let's keep it around here. Shadow, local exposure, contrast, maybe increase contrast a bit. Maybe we desaturate it a bit. What? It's weird. Bloom, vignette, saturation. What's your PC specs? I use an RTX 2060, 128 gigabytes of RAM, and an Intel i9 12th generation. What else do we need here? Well, honestly, let me just render this out. I think this is just a testament of the first render. 4060. Wow, that's so cool. Nice. That's great. I mean, having good hardware will always help you. Honestly, I'm just gonna try this out. I'm gonna see how this will come out like. Maybe with some post-production it will look better. I'm not sure. Maybe it won't. I'm not sure on that either. Yeah, anyway, I know there's a lot of stuff that I can improve here. I know there's a lot of stuff that doesn't look the best. However, you know, I just want to keep this as a testament as one of the first render that I did publicly online in D5. And you will see in the upcoming days how much we will improve this whole workflow, because I think I want to do this a daily thing. Why don't you make your own Discord server? Because I already have a community. In case you didn't know about the realistic rendering community, I'm going to share the link with you right now in chat. When the project gets too big and contains many phases, D5 doesn't launch. I think I tried it with another project and it didn't launch. It happened exactly as you're saying. So let me render this out and let me try out my first public D5 render. And let me try out how maybe somehow AI can save my render. Do I have to turn on path? I think it's the grass. I think it's the grass and a lot of other things, not only grass. Do you have to turn on path tracing or anything like that? Or is it, excuse me, or is it turned on automatically? The running time is definitely longer than in Enscape. D5 render. Yeah, the running time is definitely longer than Enscape. But you know, I think it's very cool that I'm totally documenting the whole journey with learning D5 here. I mean, I'm just being fully transparent. I haven't used D5 as much as other software, and I'm just gonna do live streams where I test out new things, learn new things, full trial and error. And then after that, I think in a month or two, I'm gonna do a free D5 render course here on YouTube. That's what I'm planning to do, along with obviously I'm not gonna stop the Enscape content as well. The main problem is that it uses way a lot of storage than expected. Like when I use the assets given in D5, they actually take a lot of storage. So there are issues with D5 as well. It almost seems like there is not one single perfect rendering software that everyone uses. By the way, do you have to turn on path tracing or anything like that? Or is it automatically turned on? Rendering out. 6 seconds. All right. In the meantime, I'm gonna open AI here and see if it will help in any way. Time spent rendering. So this is how the render turned out. Honestly, it's really bad. It doesn't look good at all, but I'm not blaming D5 for this. I think it just takes time to practice and learn its tricks more. Is there anything in the settings that I could have turned on to, does it need to have path tracing turned on or anything like that? What is this? Oh, this is the way, okay. Image, panorama, render, add render to queue. I don't think there's anything else that I could have done here. Render queue, AI atmosphere match. Yeah, anyway, let's go over here. Let me go to my first D5 public render. Enhance. So I just put it in AI and let's see if AI helps it anyway. This may take a few minutes. I doubt the results are going to be that great, but yeah, let's see. You know, I think I'm definitely going to keep testing D5 more and more. And I might do some more research online after this live stream to see how I can use it best. But yeah, I'm checking the render right now, and it look, his own official YouTube channel. He got a lot of tips and tricks you can refer to. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out as well. I definitely want to create a lot more content with D5 as well. I probably have a D5 and Enscape comparison video coming out soon, but I just want to make sure that I really understand all of the options and get more experience under my belt with D5 in order for me to make objective comparison with Enscape. I want to be like you. What's your advice? I mean, in what way do you want to be like me, as in like content creator, or? Okay, so we have the AI enhancement. Let's see how this will look. Let's see if AI somehow saves this awful looking, terrible looking render. Wait, it actually did a pretty good job. I mean, it doesn't look as bad. It honestly doesn't look as bad as it did without the AI. Let me put this in Photoshop real quick and see if I can kind of mix these up and fix them. maybe AI helps me with well, my D5 skills for now, but I definitely still have to be a lot more proficient in this. Here's some of my thumbnails, as you guys saw. Let me put this on top here as well. So this is without AI, this is with AI. And what I want to do is maybe we just do a bit of a mix of both. Or, I don't know, we'll leave it at normal and decrease the opacity or something. Yeah, I think it still looks better. Let me try and do the camera raw filter. Let me... Okay. So this is what this is looking like as of now, right? Okay. And let me go to the camera raw filter and try and fix this. So filter, camera raw filter. I'm trying to do the most out of this render, even though it doesn't look as good as it would have looked if I would have created it in Enscape. Shadows, whites. I think there's some issue with the temperature of the colors as well. Maybe it does need to be something more like this. And maybe the blue needs to be a bit more darker, right? I think it's looking better. Texture. The grass looks much more realistic now. Vibrance, maybe we... I don't know. I'm just testing things out. Color mixer, let's go to saturation of the blue. Maybe we decrease the saturation a bit. I'm not sure. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of this D5 render? It doesn't look too bad, right? It doesn't look the worst. I mean, it doesn't look good either, but I mean, I'm just saying. Tint, do we need a tint here? Maybe something like this. I don't know. We should have added depth of field as well, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, it's looking much better. What's your degree in which country? I don't have a degree at all. I quit architecture school, and I live in Kosovo. So that's in Eastern Europe. Highlights, detail, color mixer. What about the hue of the blues, purples? I think I'm just gonna leave it like this. To be honest, compared to here learning D5. Oh, I'm not even challenging you in that because I know for sure that it is easier and more practical than D5. Enhanced. Okay, let's see the difference between how it came out in I mean in D5 and the changes that I made on it with AI and post production a bit. This is how it looked in just D5. Really, really, really bad. And then this is after the post production. It looks less bad. It looks less bad. Okay. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Honestly, I'm excited to try out this new software and post a lot more content around this as well. I'm definitely gonna expand and not only post Enscape as much because I definitely feel like I have to do more variety of content as well. And yeah, let me know what you think. Sonic's comparable degree. Perfect. All right. Well, I should probably fix this wall as well. We'll do that later on. But thank you very much for tuning in and for being here with me through this learning process. I appreciate your help and your comments throughout the whole live stream. I'm probably gonna aim and do one of these every single day. So I don't know why my architecture school wants us to learn Reader rather than learning Enscape or D5. Fun fact: some teachers don't even know what D5 is. I mean, I'm not surprised. That's how most schools are. So yeah. Anyway. Thank you very much for joining in. I'm going to try and do this daily as much as possible because I just like the documentation of the process of me getting better in D5. And in a few weeks or probably a month or so, I'm going to post a free course on D5 in YouTube. And I'm excited about that as well. So